G'day guys, and welcome back today to another cooking video. That's right, another week of lockdown and another lockdown competition cook-up. We're up to our fourth one, and this week the item of choice is kebabs. That is right, we are going up against the reigning champion today, Unpro Adventures, in a kebab cook-off. Now, kebabs are not something that I do an awful lot. In fact, I hardly ever make them myself. I kind of like just to stick to the basic ones that you buy at Woolies and Coles, which is fair enough, but today we're going to be spicing it up a little bit and trying out making our own kebabs. So for this one, I have kind of played it really safe actually. I've done something that I know kind of works, added in a little bit of a wild card too, and so we'll see how it turns out. We're going up against Unpro, who has had an incredible amount of success in this lockdown little challenge thing that we're doing with all of the other content creators. So hopefully we can make something that's up to par with his. So for this one, I've got myself just your standard veg that you usually see on a kebab. I've got some red onions, cherry tomatoes, and one of each color capsicum to add a little bit of color in there. We've got ourselves here some beef eye fillet. Now it's pretty obvious we're not going to be using this whole pack here of beef eye fillet. I chose this because beef eye fillet or ribeye is very, very lean. Not much fat on there, so it's going to be perfect for this kebab. And then I've got my little wild card, I called it. I didn't expect to put this in there, but it's just some chorizo. Kind of doing a little bit of an experiment to see how that will taste at the end. So anyway, that's pretty much it. I've got some soy sauce and sweet chili sauce here, which is my go-to marinade for this type of stuff. Anyway, that's all we kind of have. It's that simple. Now, let's get right into it. Alright, so I've got two bowls here, guys. One for the veg, one for the steak. Smaller one for the veg because the veg does not require any marinade. So it's pretty simple. The cherry tomatoes, you do nothing with them. They're just going to go straight on whole. The others, you want to prep up these. So you want to start off with the capsicum by taking out the seeds. So there are a few different ways to do this, guys. I'll show you all of them. So that's the first method there, by trimming around the outside. Second method is head, tail, and then you push the middle piece out, and there you have the center, and you just discard that middle piece there with all the seeds. Third and final way, guys, a little bit more difficult. So off the head and tail again, and you just want to cut each of the sides off. Very similar to the first method, but you're left with that. So the capsicum, guys, aim for pieces about this big. Something that's going to look nice on a kebab skewer. Alrighty, so with the onion, traditionally when I do this, cut a little bit differently. So instead of cutting it in half to peel it, like you normally would, I'm going to cut it like this, and you just want to cut it into rings. And just naturally, once you've got your ring, like so, you just literally peel the outside layer off and the skin goes with it. Alright, so that's our veg done. You want to pop that off to the side. That's ready to go straight on the skewers. And now we're going to move on to our eye fillet. So I'm just going to, for this one, take some pieces off the end. Okay, so now we've got a few steaks cut off of that bit of eye fillet. We're just going to cut it up into reasonable sized, about 1 centimeter cubes, so they don't take too long to cook, but they do look nice on the actual kebab. I'm going to pop that into our meat bowl. Okay, so for this one, we're just going to go with a pretty simple marinade, which is sweet chili sauce in, followed then by some soy sauce, and that'll do it. Just mix it together. So now that our beef is marinated, we want to set that to the side. Now we're just going to chop up our chorizo. Alright, now it's time to assemble them. So guys, on the bottom and the top of all of my kebabs that I normally do, I like to have a cherry tomato. Bring it down to about there. Then you can kind of mix it up with the different types of veg that you want to have on there. Now when you construct them, you just want them to look all something similar to this. They don't all have to look the same. Try to make sure you get a decent portion of everything on there. Anyway, so you want to make up as many as them as you want and then get ready to cook them off. Alright guys, so now once you've got all your kebabs skewered up and ready to go, I guess all that's left to do is cook them. So guys, in typical fashion, when we can't cook out in the bush, we're still going to be acting like we can. So I whipped out the old butane cooker and I'll be cooking these exactly the same as if I was out in the bush, even though I'm in my kitchen at home. So let's get this thing on and get them cooking. Okay guys, so once that's nice and hot, on they go. So I guess from all the days of bashing around out in the bush, you can see that the grill plate is a little bit bent. I guess that's not working in our favour, but I'm sure it'll still do a good job. Well guys, there you have it, absolutely winging this one, this week's entry for the kebab cook-off. I'm not sure if I'll do too well against Unpro. He seemed pretty keen on a really nice recipe. Anyway, that is my entry right there. It looks good, it tastes good, so now it's up to you guys to decide. But first, we're going to see what Unpro has to offer.
Hey guys, another week. You know what that means? Another lockdown cook-up. Still in lockdown here in regional New South Wales and Orange, so we're just doing these cook-up episodes to just show people, you know, how easy it is to make something up at camp. We all get trapped into just having sausages and chops and steaks and stuff like that, don't we, all the time? The same old meat. So we're just trying to show a few different things, easy things you can make up at camp, and stuff you can prep before you actually get out there. So this one here is probably a good example. Today we're doing kebabs on the rods, on the skewers, so we're going to be doing that. And what are they?
Barbecue.
Barbecue sauce.
Well, I like the original barbecue.
Yeah, so we marinate the chicken.
Yep.
So that's been sitting in the fridge.
Yep.
We marinate that overnight. And we just got, what ingredients we running today?
So I recommend the square halloumi.
Square halloumi,
It doesn't split when you put them on the skewers.
Yep. Some mushrooms. Yep.
Capsicum.
Yep.
And red onion.
And a red onion. And it's that easy. So what we're going to do now, so just say this was a Thursday night and we were going to go out for the weekend. Well, we're going to make this as like it's a Thursday night. So we're going to make them up right now and get them ready and put them in the container. And we'll throw them in the fridge and then we go in the car and, yeah, get out camping.
And it keeps marinating as it's...
It keeps marinating as it's sitting there too, so it can't leak out of there and stuff like that. So
yeah.
Anyway, we'll start prepping it up and we'll get to the cooking a little bit later.
You just bring it all the way up.
Yeah, nothing too...
It's pretty easy.
Yeah.
Bit fiddly, but even if you're at camp, it's fine.
Yeah, but that's the idea, what we're saying. Get it ready now, and pretty much, once you've got a hot surface to cook on, straight on.
Yeah.
Now, the halloumi there, you can see that's sort of splitting a little bit.
But the round one...
The round stuff, it actually splits real bad. So we've gone with this one, hopefully it'll stay together.
And you've got to be careful with mushrooms too, actually.
Yeah.
Just be really gentle.
Yeah.
We can just see that.
And what's that noise in the background?
That's little Unpro.
Yeah, little have a go. A bit of a cry in there.
Bit of a cry.
Yeah.
But she's okay.
She's probably upset she's not joining in.
Yeah, so.
Probably. Anyway, so as you can see.
And just kind of wiggle it around, I do, but when you're at camp, it's still fine too.
See that one there split a bit?
Yeah.
On one side, so it's sort of struggling to hold it in there. But the chicken, if you push it on, it might hold it on there a bit better. See? So that'll lock it into place. Yep, so that's them. They fit nicely in that container and
they just still keep marinating, so...
Righto, we'll make up 6 of them, or Rita will, and we'll get out there, get some charcoal going on the snow peak, and we'll cook them over the charcoal. I reckon that's probably the best way to cook them. You can cook them in a pan, you can cook them on the Weber, cook them on anything. So, but yeah, we're going to have a go on the charcoal today, alright? No secrets to cooking these guys, just turn them, obviously. Every so often, probably 3 turns, we'll get them done. Righto, we'll keep an eye on them and give them a bit of a flick. Okay, so those are done. It takes about 10 minutes. Don't have to cook them up on charcoal, you can cook them up on a barbecue, flat plate, frying pan, anything. They are pretty good. Now the halloumi, like we told you before, does like to split, so you just got to make sure you get that on there. But it does go nice and gooey. Ooh, they smell good too.
Because the marinate's just, yeah.
Yeah.
Yum.
Cool. Righto, so that's a little bit of halloumi left over. We'll eat that. So that's pretty much them done. Okay, righto, they've been off. And I think I've been voted in to have a taste test. Is that alright?
As long as you
That's a bit of halloumi that fell off. I'm gonna go in and do it with stop.
Yep, good.
That's good.
So it's just nice and easy. Less plates to worry about too. So, good one.
Okay. What we also do, once I finish eating this, all you also could do, you can just grab them, throw them in a wrap them like that, and just pull it out. Okay, so then we have a nice wrap there ready to go.
You can either push it forward.
And then we usually just put a bit of tasty cheese over it. Not that you need too much more of that. And a bit of mayo and stuff like that. So, okay guys, hope you've enjoyed that one. Real easy. Like I said, prep's the best way, what we do when we go away. Yeah, touring around and camping and stuff. Just prep a bit of food before you go. Does make it a lot easier at camp if you are on a bit of a time limit. So
Yeah.
you can enjoy other things while you're there. So, anywho, hope you're enjoying these lockdown cook-up vids. We might do another one next week. See how we go.
Yep.
Okay, we'll see you in the next one.
Bye.
Well guys, that is going to do us for another week of lockdown cook-ups. The voting, the same as always, leave your thoughts down in the comment section below and we will let you know who had the best kebabs in the next live stream. So make sure you hit the big red subscribe button to stay up to date with that, to stay up to date with the winner, and of course to see the next lockdown cook-up, because I'm sure we're going to be locked up for a little while longer guys. Anyway, thanks very much for Unpro Adventures for featuring in this week's lockdown competition cook-off. Again, leave your vote down in the comment section below. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Tell me what you thought as well in the comments. And as always, we will see you in the next